Hello and how's it going, everyone? It is Skullzi here with the latest Bethesda news, rumors, and speculation, and that's right, I'm back again with the face cam. Hopefully Cher Gorath doesn't decide to possess my webcam anally again and cause some sort of internal disruption, because it seems like anytime I decide to use my webcam again, or anytime like I get a new webcam or something, it works. It just works for a short period of time until the 16 times the detail just implodes inside of it and causes things to just not work anymore. For some reason it works perfectly fine when I stream, but when I do something less intensive on the resources and just try to record a video with my face in it, that's too much to ask of ye old technology. But don't worry, that's not what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm not just going to be rambling about my Instead, I have something very interesting and exciting to talk about in today's video, because there is low-key a Todd Howard statement going around, being circulated around the community as if the majority of the community haven't heard this statement or don't actually know that this statement exists. So I'll be talking about it in today's video, which actually just works. It actually does just work, because I was planning to do a video like this anyway. However, now I have this to just kind of like rope into it to remind everyone that this has happened and that there is actually confirmed information regarding aliens in Starfield. But I'm not just talking about those little Krabby Patty aliens that you saw or the strange Earth-like birds. I'm talking about real aliens that are gonna break in your house and take all your shit. But let's not waste any more time and get to today's information. And this information comes to us, of course, from one of the biggest sources of Starfield information since E3 2021, which unfortunately is behind some kind of paywall. And yes, I'm talking about the Telegraph again, and I can't even really show you any direct statements from this paywall article because I don't want the Telegraph to summon some kind of like lawyer atronach that bangs down my door and causes me to have cerebral hemorrhages from it bashing my head into things. Instead, I'll actually just be talking about it and basically giving you a literal one-to-one quote from the actual Todd Howard quote in this article. And yes, aliens are basically confirmed to be in Starfield, and not just in one way, but in both ways. You're gonna get all sorts of aliens confirmed for you. Aren't you excited? And yes, all this is stemmed from a direct Todd Howard quote in this article. Now, I know a lot of you are already going to be saying, and probably even typing down in the comments below really fast, because I don't know how you do this, you move so fast, it's kind of crazy. But I believe that a lot of you guys are already thinking that, yeah, obviously aliens are confirmed in Starfield, because in that Into the Starfield behind the scenes dev diary that was dropped at E3 2021, we got all of this awesome concept art, including pictures of obvious aliens. And these aliens are more like wild aliens, if you will, beast level aliens like giant crabs and stuff. I don't think these giant crabs have any high-tech or cultural civilization or anything like that. So, I mean, while I am going to be talking about aliens in this video, I'm talking about aliens with high-level technology, or at least aliens with civilizations. Maybe we'll encounter aliens that are at a tribal stage and aliens that are also at a spaceflight stage, but nonetheless, I believe aliens are confirmed to be in Starfield based on this Todd Howard statement right here. The one I can't show you, so I probably should have done a different kind of transition into this. But Todd Howard basically says that they're taking a very grounded approach when it comes to meeting aliens in Starfield. And his words here are very specific, right? Because he doesn't say, we're taking a very grounded or specific approach when it comes to players encountering aliens in Starfield, which would kind of indicate that it could mean you're just finding alien wildlife, some of which could be hostile, some of which might not be hostile. But instead, I think he's actually meaning something a little bit above the wildlife table. I think he means actual intelligent alien life, because, I mean, you don't generally meet a beaver or a deer or a lion or something. I mean, I guess you can meet a dog or a cat because, you know, people tend to befriend those. But when it comes to, like, meeting alien life, I don't think he means you're meeting these crabs here. I don't think the crabs are inviting you over for tea. I don't think the birds are like greeting you from the sky. I think he means meeting actual aliens, as in first contact, and that gets me hyped. I think Todd Howard here is alluding to the fact that yes, there are indeed intelligent alien civilizations in Starfield, but also that there will be a first contact dynamic in Starfield, which is crazy, right? Because I don't believe we have ever seen any kind of first contact dynamic or mechanic in any game yet in regards to space. I might be wrong about that. Maybe in like 80s or early 90s games there's some first contact in those games, because I'm not that, I guess, I'm not that old, so I haven't played a lot of those games. However, maybe that they do exist in those games. But in terms of just any game that's been out in like the last 20-25 years or so, I don't think first contact has been a major dynamic or mechanic in any space game like this. So if this is indeed what Todd Howard is hinting at right here, then that would be super huge, super exciting, and very interesting, which just makes me wonder about all the different open-ended possibilities within Starfield, just about all the different like choices, all the different mechanics that could take place depending on our decisions with how we choose to deal with these different alien races. Because let's say there's multiple alien races, multiple intelligent alien races, and first contact is indeed something that we have in this game, not just for one alien race, but for like all the different alien races. We might be meeting multiple alien races here, which means we get to dictate and choose how we interact with these aliens for the first time, which no doubt will have direct consequences into how the aliens perceive humanity and open up or close possible doors of diplomacy, meaning maybe we can't be allies with these aliens because you, for some reason, decided to insult their fifth eye or second butthole, or maybe having an alliance with a certain alien race will pretty much make it to where you have to go to war with their all-time enemies, which also makes me wonder just about the replayability. Because imagine if you choose to side with a certain alien race, that could literally change the entire ending or scope of the game, or how you interact with the different aliens in the game. And with that in mind, maybe you're going to want to play Starfield again, but choose to ally with a different alien race than you've had before, so you can just see how the game progresses in that way, just to see the different like variety of quests, the different dialogue, how things change from one gameplay to another, just based upon all the different decisions you make during first contact. And this would be hype, right? I mean, this isn't confirmed, this is just me speculating based off Todd Howard saying they're taking a very grounded approach when it comes to players meeting aliens. However, I think that if they do a first contact thing, and if there are multiple alien races, this could be a very unique and awesome gameplay experience. And another thing I want to say is a lot of people have been saying it would suck if you can only play as a human and not as other aliens. Now, I do say this. One thing I've been saying in a lot of my videos is I expect us to only play as a human in Starfield, because we'll probably be meeting all the different alien races for the first time. So it would make more sense to only be able to play as a human, because that way we'll be able to immerse ourselves into that character better, because we have no idea what these other alien races are at the beginning of Starfield. But in Starfield 2, we might be able to play as all the alien races we meet in Starfield 1. However, if we can only play as a human in Starfield 1, if they do have first contact as a interesting gameplay mechanic like I discussed in this video, just having the replayability factor of all the different like alien alliances and wars you could like make or be part of would definitely make up for the fact that you can only play as a human. And I gotta be honest, a lot of RPGs you can only play as a human anyway. Fallout 2, so I don't know why people are acting like only being able to play as a human in Starfield is some kind of like additional nail in some coffin here. I disagree with that. While I do definitely nod my head to the fact that having more alien races or just different choices of race to play as other than human makes it, I guess, more interesting to a certain degree, I think it would make sense with how I described things in this video for there to only be humans as a playable race. But man, this could almost be space Game of Thrones, right? I know that Bethesda and Todd Howard has said that like this could be compared to Star Wars in some ways. It is a big space epic, so I mean, imagine if there is first contact and humanity can actually kind of decide or at least influence the galactic politics. Maybe depending on who you ally with, maybe depending on what choices you make, you can actually start wars in the freaking game between factions, between the alien races. That would be insane. That would add just such scope and depth to the game that I think it would take a lot of people by surprise. And am I saying this will be in the game? No, I'm not saying that this is confirmed in the game or anything. I'm just going down the crazy speculation train road right now, but just imagine how awesome that could be. That would just be so amazing, so hype, and I would love it. And judging by what some previous Bethesda devs have said, now you gotta keep in mind these devs wanted to remain anonymous, but a Bethesda developer, for instance, has told Camelworks, another major Bethesda YouTuber, Starfield is going to blow people away, and it does stuff in gaming that no game has done before, and then that's absolutely amazing. Now this could be one of those like 16 times the detail, 16 times the star kind of scenarios in which Bethesda is just talking up their games a little too much, but I don't know if that's the case here. I think Starfield has something special that we can't necessarily predict unless I'm just predicting it right now, but nonetheless, I think Starfield is going to surprise some people, and I'm kind of wondering how the alliances and how First Contact will work, right? I hope that we get a lot of choices open to us. I hope it's not like streamlined into humanity having to be forced to ally with like certain races. Hopefully we can actually make decisions that matter in this game universe. I'm sure there has to be some stuff set in stone just for the sake of there being a main story and stuff like that, and for the lore and for canon purposes, but no doubt this could be very exciting, and I kind of wonder how this will go down. It'll be exciting watching all the streamers and all the people play Starfield for the first time and seeing the differences in who they choose to ally with. Some people may choose to ally with certain races because of just their culture. Some people will choose just because of their like military assets or bonuses that they can offer to the player. And then of course, as you can see here on Reddit, some people will probably choose the just because of what aliens has the most buttholes, I guess. But either way, this is very exciting, and like I said at the beginning of the video, I know I kind of went down a speculation ramble here, sorry about that, but like I said at the beginning of the video, it seems like Todd Howard in this recent Telegraph interview is definitely confirming that there are intelligent alien races, or at least one intelligent alien race to some capacity in Starfield, and not only that, but we'll also be meeting this alien race as well for the first time, which is super hype mode, super hype time, very exciting, and that basically finishes up everything that I wanted to talk about in today's video. Let me check notes real quick. According to notes, one other thing I need to mention real quick is that Bethesda Game Studios' previous attempt at Starfield, which was the 10th Planet, a cancelled game from the 90s, also had aliens in the game as well, and this is a game that is indeed referenced in the recent Starfield 2021 trailer, so maybe this is also a little bit more evidence that aliens will be in the game. But either way, that finishes up everything that I do want to talk about in today's video. As always, if you enjoy the content, if you're hyped for Starfield, be sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss the latest news. Let me know if you think aliens will be in the game down in the comments below, and make sure you're subscribed real quick. I've been getting a lot of comments lately of people saying YouTube has randomly been unsubscribing them from channels, so just check to make sure you're subscribed, and resubscribe real quick please if you're not subscribed for some reason. And today's the last day if you want to get a permanent future video shoutout until I update the list next month. Tomorrow will be the day where I start featuring at the end of every single one of my videos a shout-out list where I shout out everyone who has supported the channel over on Ko-fi, Patreon, here on YouTube as an exclusive channel member, or donating on recent streams on YouTube. Now's your last chance to get added to this list before it gets updated next month and added to. All you gotta do is support the channel over on Ko-fi, Patreon, or here on YouTube as an exclusive channel member for a permanent future video shout-out. Links for all this and more are down in the description below, and as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when hopefully my webcam doesn't explode and burn down 90% of the Earth, just judging by my luck with technology.
It just works.